Hey, good morning. It's Wednesday, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. I don't have green on, but it's a good day to think about. We're going to actually talk about St. Patrick tonight in the video because the man was a true hero of the faith, and we'll get into why. So he's not about partying and doing the Pied Piper thing. He's an amazing individual, great man of faith. So we're going to talk about that tonight. But this morning, it's a real joy for me because one of you asked a question about Psalm 4. And I love the feedback in the comments, and particularly questions like this to give me a chance to interact with you. And the viewer made a really good point. She's concerned about all that's going on in the world around us, and it is upsetting. And it does produce anger and upset. So her question was, what do you do with this anger? And what is Psalm 4:4 talking about when you think about these things when you lie down? And great question. And Psalm 4 is a great comfort when we look at all the anger and the upset that's going on in the world around us. God has a response for it. Psalm 3 and 4 go together, and they're the key, if you want, a clue, if you want, the guide to having good sleep, even in the midst of turmoil and anger and upset. I'm going to read from Dale Ralph Davis's translation this morning because I think it gives us good insight into the psalm. Answer me when I call, O God of my righteousness. In tight places you've made a space for me. Show grace to me and hear my prayer. So David is acknowledging right off the bat, hey, life is tough, but even in these tight spaces of life, God is there for him, has made a space for him. He's given him space, if you will, in his grace to serve God and to trust him. Sons of men, how long will my glory become mockery? How long will you love emptiness? How long will you seek lies? And he's looking around, and how long are we going to keep this garbage up where we follow everything but truth? But know that Yahweh has set apart the covenant one for himself. In other words, his covenant people. Yahweh has set them apart. Yahweh, the covenant name for God. So he's referring to God in a personal term. Yahweh is a friend. It's not just the title, but it's the name of God, Yahweh. Yahweh will hear when I call to him. See the confidence that's there. So we see the anger. We don't need to despair. The Lord will hear us when we call. God is never on coffee break. He sees all that's happening. He's not absent from any of this. So David goes on to say, and this is what the question was about, be angry, but do not sin. Speak in your hearts upon your beds and keep quiet. So what David is saying here, and this Paul picks up on this in Ephesians 4, when he says, don't let the sun go down in your anger. He's saying, yes, there's things to be angry about. Don't let that control you. Don't let that dominate you. Rather, when you're contemplating at night, when you're going to sleep, don't let this overwhelm you. God is in control. You can trust him. Keep quiet. In other words, instead of getting on the internet and blasting to everyone and all the social media and making posts and upset about how terrible everything is, that's largely unproductive. Be quiet before God. Look for ways to do what's right before him and trust him to make things right as you trust him, as you pursue his righteousness. He'll make things right. Do what you can. Don't be passive, but neither do we need to go blurting around, being quiet, being upset, and having a Donald Duck routine and anger on social media. We can trust God. Sacrifice, this is what David's saying, sacrifice right sacrifices. Trust yourselves to Yahweh, your friend. People are skeptical. Some will say, who will show us grace? Who will show us his goodness, his grace? And David responds, lift upon us the light of your face, O Yahweh. That's a covenant blessing given by the priest. Lift upon us the light of your face. Let me see this messed up world through the light of your truth. You have placed more gladness in my heart than when there's grain and new wine overflows. In other words, when we're rejoicing in the fullness of the harvest, God gives us more joy. He gives us that light of our face, of his face. Therefore, in peace, I will both lie down and go off to sleep. For you alone, O Lord, for you alone, Yahweh, make me dwell securely. See, in the midst of the anger, in the midst of the upset of this world, we can lie down in peace because we can trust our friend, Yahweh. He's also the Lord of this world. He's also the great Lord of the covenant. He's also the great Lord of wrath and vengeance. It's his to repay. He will take care of it. We just need to do what God has called us to do, trust him, and then we can rest in peace, knowing that God sees all this mess. And none of it escapes his attention, and he'll make it right in his own time. So Psalm 4, along with Psalm 3, are designed to give us peace and comfort. So when I'm lying on my bed, in a specific answer to your question, I see what's wrong. I don't have to lose it. I can trust God, pray to him, be secure that my God will make everything right. My God, my friend Yahweh, will make it right. I can still my heart before him. And that's the message of Psalm 4, and especially Psalm 4:4. Love the feedback, love the questions. Thank you so much for sending that question in, and would love to hear more of them. Again, St. Patrick's today, and if you like the video, hit the subscribe button, and be sure you hit the turn on notifications button as well. That way these videos will come to you automatically without having to search for them yourself. You have a great day, and thanks so much for being here this morning. Lord bless you. Bye-bye.